Okay, so I just showed you an article on how a lot of Canadians have no retirement savings. They're living paycheck to paycheck. They have a lot of debt that they're trying to manage. Okay, consumer debt, credit card debt. So you have to ask yourself this if you are in that boat. Do you have a spending problem or do you have an income problem? Or both? Okay, so if you have a spending problem, that is easier to address. Okay, you got to get your shit together and manage your expenses. You got to trim down on things that you don't need, that you feel like you're wasting money on, or maybe you don't even know you're wasting money on these things. You have to take a step back and look at what it is that you are spending your money on. Okay, so it's an easier fix, easier to address than having an income problem. So before I get to how to address your income problem, first of all, if you do have debt, if you have a lot of credit card debt, try consolidating your debt. That is, go to the bank, take out a loan, personal loan, and you're basically transferring all your credit card debt into a personal loan where the interest rate is much lower, okay? Because the interest rates on credit cards are so high, you're going to feel like you're paying that for the next 50 years. And if you look at the statements, the credit card statements, it's like, oh, at this rate, if you make the minimum payment, you will be debt-free in 45 years. Yeah, that is basically the case if you're doing that, because the interest rates are so high. Okay, so consolidate your debt by going to the bank and try to take out a personal loan that will pay off those credit cards that you have. Okay. So that's one of the things you can do. If you have an income problem, okay, that is you've cut down on all of your expenses, you feel like you have no more wiggle room left, you're living paycheck to paycheck, you feel like you can't breathe, you're so pinched, okay, you have an income problem, which means you got to make more money, okay, whether it's asking for a raise, taking on more shifts, switching jobs, upgrading your skills, taking on a side hustle, okay, you're gonna have to find ways to make more money. Asking for a raise is the quickest way because, if you get it, then hopefully by the next paycheck that you receive, it's going to be reflected in that, okay? And don't feel that this is where you are. This is where you're going to be forever, okay? You have to get out of that mentality and be like, this is temporary and I will do whatever it takes to get myself out of this. So that's the other thing. You have to take action. Okay, you're going to have to hustle. And yeah, it's more labor intensive trying to make more money. That's just how life works, right? But once you get out of that, okay, it's like get out of all that debt. But also, if you get used to having that side hustle and earning that money, it's gonna be great. You're gonna be less financially stressed. And hopefully in the meantime, that gives you some time, some leeway to upgrade your skills, to, switch jobs or whatever it is. Or if that side hustle turns into, a business that you can keep running, that will be amazing too. Okay. So think about that. Yeah, it's addressing an income problem. It's a little bit more challenging, but you're going to have to do it. And the key is to address it, to take action and not feel like you're going to be stuck here. Because remember, all of this, whatever it is that you're feeling pinched, you're feeling so stressed, you're so worried, okay, just remember it is temporary. If you have any questions, you need some help with either of those things, shoot me a message.